Hi, Dor.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm well. Thank you for asking.
Good.
I'm very happy you're here today.
Me too. I'm excited.
Yes, me too, for you and for us. And I would like to first thank you for being so supportive throughout my journey.
Of
You have been
course.
the best. I've known Dorian for quite some time now. We're
Mhm.
friends. And well, since I've known you for so long, I would like to, instead of introducing myself, talk maybe perhaps about some exciting news
Mhm.
about myself. As you know, I'm wrapping up my master's in human nutrition, and I've decided to uh, get a certification in nutrition soon. So I'm going to be applying to take this exam at the end of next year. And I think, with this certification, I think this will give me more credibility and probably, ensure that my clients will receive the best of the nutritional care possible.
Wonderful.
Yes, I'm very
Exciting. Good luck.
excited. Thank you. And something new that I've just decided to do is to focus my career in working with women transition through midlife, like through perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause.
Mhm.
And I think this is such a crucial time in the woman's life where nutrition can make a huge difference, right?
Absolutely.
It can play like this transformative role. And, I'm very passionate about supporting women through their journey.
Excellent.
So,
Thank
I'm
you.
very excited about this new chapter, and I am looking forward to, see where this is going to take me.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because I have many friends who are also in the menopause, with the big time frame of it, whatever part they're in. They all have concerns, many concerns of how they're feeling, whether they should take supplements or hormones or patches. And I don't know anything about it much. So I'm excited to learn more myself.
Yes.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
You're welcome.
So for today, we're going to accomplish a few things. We're going to focus on getting as much as we can in objective data from you. Like we're going to get some body measurement compositions, and then we were going to start doing where I'm going to do some physical assessment. All right, which is nutrition focused. It's a very different approach of an assessment as compared to what your doctor usually do in the office, right? I'm going to look at your hair and your nails and your eyes, your mouth, your tongue, looking for any physical clues that will probably indicate a nutritional deficiency or a toxicity to whatever is in your environment, or even a food sensitivity you may have. Okay,
Great.
so, and why is it so important? I think with the right nutrients, you can have a very smooth transition through perimenopause and menopause, and it's definitely going to help you maintain your health and your well-being. Okay?
Fabulous.
Do you have any questions so far?
No.
All right. So let's start with your vitals 1st.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to check your blood pressure, and I'm going to tell you that the blood pressure values are not just numbers for us nutritionists. We look at your numbers from a functional medicine perspective, so from a holistic point of view.
Mhm.
So sometimes your lifestyle factors, genetic factors, that can play a role in like causing something like a high blood pressure. All right. So first, I'm going to check on both arms.
So that's different right away.
You see? Okay. So let's do this. Wait. I'm going to support your arm.
Okay.
We're going to be here, supported. Just relax. Okay, 106/64. Just want to write it down. And this is your right arm. And now we're going to check the left arm, and I'm going to compare the two values, okay?
Yeah. So I never thought there could be a difference.
There could be, like if you have one side of your body more inflamed than the other side, the blood pressure is going to be significantly more elevated on that side.
I'm curious to see.
But you haven't had any blood pressure.
No.
Right?
Nope.
It's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what I expected. There's no major difference that would tell me that there's significant inflammation on one side compared to the other side. Your blood
Good.
pressure here on the left is 104/61. So it's very similar, right?
Yeah.
That's a great sign too. And also it means that, it gives me a little bit of a sense of how is your hydration status, how your nutritional, there's some minerals that can be associated with high blood pressure, minerals and vitamin deficiencies. All right. So for example, like calcium deficiency, magnesium deficiency can cause high blood pressure. All right. So you don't have any of those, of course, that is so far.
Right.
And your pulse is 60 beats per minute. All right. Another piece of information. Pretty normal.
Right. At rest. Yeah.
All right. Next, I think it's worth checking your oxygen levels because you have mentioned to me especially because I read on your intake form that your energy levels fluctuate. Would you like to explain a little bit more about your energy levels?
I get a lot of sleep. That's not the problem. And my internal alarm clock always wakes up at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and without an alarm. And I do get up at that time. I'm not, really moving around, but I'm awake. I'm watching TV, whatever. And right now I'm not working, so I really don't have to do much in the morning other than my own, plan of the day. But around 2 o'clock, I do find that is like a little napping time. Like I get tired right now around 2. And if I don't nap, because I don't nap every day, but on days that I don't nap, I'm like nodding at 8:30, 9 o'clock to go to sleep, even though I'm sleeping until, like a good stretch. I do wake up a couple times a night to go to the bathroom because, as I mentioned before, I drink a lot more water in the later part of the day. I don't know why. I don't know if it's necessary that I feel like I'm dehydrated and I'm thirsty, but I enjoy cold water, and I just constantly am drinking it, which is a good thing. So I don't know if I get up to go to the bathroom a couple of times in the middle of the night, but don't have a problem going back to sleep. But I just find that like I'm tired during the day sometimes, where I feel like sometimes a little achy, and sometimes just tired. Like I need that nap.
So why I want to check your oxygen levels because, as you know, you probably know this. So if you have an iron deficiency or any B vitamin deficiency, you might feel like, your energy levels like crash, right, at a certain time. So let's see. Sure. Maybe there is a correlation, right? And I know you have asthma, so it's a good marker to, a good indicator to see how you're oxygenating, There's a lot of that in your blood. 97.
Yeah, no, good. All right, because I'm not having a problem breathing right now or anything.
Yeah, usually above 95 is acceptable.
Yep.
Right? It's 60 your heart rate. All right. So maybe there's no issue with iron, but we're gonna keep checking. Right.
I don't know if I mentioned it on the forum, but I am a carrier of what does my brother have? The iron, hemochromatosis. So, and they were saying that it wasn't a problem for me if I had it. I don't know if I have it. I think I'm just a carrier because I was menstruating. But now that's slowing down.
Has your doctor checked? I don't know if you're going to remember. There's like ferritin levels. Have you checked your iron levels?
No, but I think a while back I did check to see if I had hemochromatosis, and if I remember correctly, I was just a carrier.
It's genetic. Yes.
Yeah. Right, because my brother needs to be bled, but he doesn't.
So probably
correct.
Don't.
Okay.
And you would have symptoms.
Okay, but as a woman, though, I don't know because I menstruate.
Not yet.
And that's what they were correct. No. Correct. Right, but in years past, they were saying it wouldn't be a big deal for me anyway if I had to be bled because I do bleed. That was before.
All right.
Yeah.
So, do you have any questions regarding this assessment so far?
No.
All right. So, what about if we move on to measuring your waist?
Yeah.
All right. So, would you help me do the test right here in front of me?
Sure.
Okay. So, please find your belly button for me. Okay. So, I'm going to start here on your side at the same level of your belly button right there. Can you hold the tip for me?
Yeah.
Right here. Yes. And then you spin around very slowly. Yep. Doesn't it make it easier?
Yeah. It reminds me of being a kid.
Okay. All right. What is it telling me? 103.8.
Oh, that's the baby one. It reminds me of the small one, centimeters.
103.8.
I remember being measured when I was pregnant with that.
And now we're going to measure your hip.
All right.
So now you're going to find for me the widest part of your hips.
Here?
Right down here. Mine is right here. See? It's the bony area. Yeah. You found it. So now you hold the tip of the tape for me
spin around.
Spin it around. Yes.
I'm a good patient.
Oh, you are. Thank you. 102.5. Now I'm going to calculate the ratio. 102.5 1.5. You can sit down.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm trying to do in my head the measurements of what used to be the perfect measurements, and oh man, I got work.
So 103.8 divided by 102.5 gives us a 1.01. So what's the normal ratio? Is below 0.85.
Let me get my glasses for this.
So yours is 1.01,
Okay.
which tells me that you're accumulating a lot of fat in your abdominal region.
Yes, which is bad.
It is bad for your health.
Yes.
Right? It could be associated most likely to the problems you're having now. With the sugar being a little bit high, your cholesterol is a little high, your triglycerides is a little high, your LDL is a little high.
What's LDL?
The LDL is that lipid, low density lipoprotein, right? It's another form of cholesterol. So we can address those issues when you lose some weight, especially abdominal fat, right? So this increases your risk of many chronic conditions. That
Diabetes number one.
Diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and the list goes on.
I really only just thought belly fat was related to diabetes because that's what's so rampant in my family.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
so
good to know it's other things.
History of diabetes in your family.
Both sides.
So increases your risk a little bit more of developing this later.
Yes, and I had gestational diabetes with both pregnancies.
Right, so that tells
but never had to take insulin.
Okay. So maybe with just some lifestyle changes, dietary changes, we can address all these issues.
Yeah.
Prevent diabetes from happening later in life.
Yeah.
Right? So now, do you have any questions about this?
Yeah, about the diabetes. So, because I know everyone's different. Everyone gets diagnosed with it at different ages. And I'm talking type 2 diabetes, not 1. But I was really thinking or hoping, I know that I do still have to make changes, but I was hoping that I was going to be out of the clear for that one because I'm approaching 55 and I haven't gotten it yet. But no, that doesn't mean anything, correct?
Does not mean, right? So if you lose, like I said, if you lose body fat, especially around this midsection area, it's going to help you a lot.
Right.
With preventing, health complications from happening.
I'm just thinking of like my aunt and my dad who were diagnosed in their 40s.
Dad, I saw that your dad had a heart disease and your mother died.
Colon cancer.
Because of colon cancer, So we need to be very concerned about accumulation of fat in your body because I don't know if you know this, the more fat cells we have, the more we have inflammation in our body. They release like this inflammatory chemicals,
I'm thinking of the gas. I'm picturing like
they make a lot of inflammation, and inflammation is associated with this kind of health conditions. So we have to stop this from happening right now before it's too late. Right,
because I have put on weight and I need to nip that in the bud before that gets more.
Exactly.
I can't let that get any more than what it is right now. So help me.
I will. I'm very excited. Yes. So now, what about if we do the measurements on the scale?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is that, right? We call it BIA. BIA is bioelectrical impedance analysis. Okay. And it's a scale that's going to measure your body composition. So it's not only going to give us your total body weight, but it's going to give us information about percentage of body fat, how much muscle mass you have, like how much they weigh.
Yes.
Right. And it's going to tell me about your visceral fat, which is also very, very bad. What is that? It's that fat that's accumulating around your organs.
Yeah.
So that adds up to complicate even more your health situation. Yes.
So visceral fat is fat that's around your organs as opposed to regular fat?
Well, you have the fat that's under your skin.
Yes.
It's called subcutaneous fat.
Right, like thighs or whatever, or anywhere you have
under
fat.
The skin, between the muscle and the skin, right? And then you sometimes when this gets overly saturated, you start accumulating in other areas of your body. And that creates more inflammation, more problems.
So is that why I'm getting it here? Like, why do some people get their fat? Is that genetics? Like, I have friends that are heavier and they don't get it. It's the first place I gain and lose. It's all the boobs and the belly.
Yes, exactly. You're more prone to accumulate.
Yeah.
Some people accumulate more.
Right. Okay.
All right. And this area particularly increases your risk of diabetes, heart disease.
So it's better if you carry it in the lower part than around your belly.
Either way, there's other risks associated with accumulating fat.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody's different. Yeah. Right. So I have all information on my phone. Okay. So they all sync now. So the app is gonna help us with instructions how we're gonna use the scale. Okay.
Is it telling you how much water too? My hydration?
No, unfortunately it doesn't. It's a more simple.
Yeah, because when I was doing my special diet,
there are other ones that give that information.
Yes, just curious to know that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have
that. No, that's okay. This looks pretty high tech.
Yes. So we're ready to test. We gotta listen. to the instructions. See, your height is already
I was wondering why those numbers were there. I was like, you're not adding weight, are you?
Yeah. So your height is there.
Okay.
So we're ready.
Okay. Step on.
Wait.
Oh, no.
Okay, wait a second. Let's listen into the.
Oh, it's going to tell you
commands.
step. Okay,
Yes.
sorry.
That's okay. All right, it says here, step on the device barefoot and follow the voice.
Okay. Now?
Yep. Exactly. It's aligned with the electrodes. Okay. I don't know why. Hold on. All right, folks. Now I'm going to give you this handle, right? And you're going to hold with your thumbs on the right electrodes, and you firmly grip and extend your arms right in front of your, down towards your hip.
Okay. Like
yes, not touching. Your arms shouldn't touch your body. Yep. Perfect. You can come up. Thank you.
Wow, I've never done that part.
Yeah. So let me see if I got it. Yeah, I got it all. Thank you very much.
Now let's interpret the data.
Let's do it. All right. So this is your weight. Okay, 169.8 total. That's
not a surprise.
That's your total body mass. Doesn't tell me much.
Yeah,
all right.
I don't like the number. But...
You're okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes.
So,
absolutely.
Okay, this is your skeletal muscle mass. It tells you you're above average. 52.5 pounds, which is a great thing.
So I do have big bones. They're heavier.
And muscle is more, and muscle is more metabolically active than fat tissue, which helps you lose weight. The more muscle you build, the faster you burn those extra calories.
Right.
And the faster you start losing the body fat.
Okay.
This is not such good news, right? The 43%, almost 44% percentage of body fat. It's the normal range for women of your age is between 18 to 28%.
But that's ideal. Right. Okay.
So the ideal is to get close to 28%.
Yes.
So we have a lot of work here to do.
Yeah. Because I remember like through the years I've done this, like when I was in my 20s or whatever, doing this part, like at a gym, when you join a gym, it's never been that high. So yes, that is a number I have to target.
And I think you need to understand is that you're going through perimenopause. Women start accumulating more body fat during this time.
But what I'm so frustrated
you don't produce as much estrogen.
Yes, and I got to move more. Moving will help.
You haven't been exercising.
Not other than walking when a friend invites me to. Do you know what I mean? It's not self-initiated, put it that way.
Okay. So we have to work on that.
Yeah.
Right? Let's go to your history here. So weight, skeletal muscle, body fat mass. It's a little bit too high. BMI 32.1. It puts you in a category that they call
obese.
Exactly.
I know. And then I get offended.
But don't worry about that number because this doesn't tell me much. It's not a very sensitive indicator of, okay, I have a problem.
Correct.
Right?
And I've always been off the chart.
Idea.
Like as a kid, I never fell within that range. So, in the pediatrician's office. But I was never obese. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And since I put on weight,
this is more concerning.
I feel it here.
The percentage of body fat is definitely more concerning to me than your, of course, your BMI adds up, but
but it all goes
gives me
down.
more of a sense of what I'm going to do next.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
What I'm going to suggest you.
Yes.
It's not what I want.
Right.
It's always what you're going to recommend agree and I can on. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Any questions?
No.
About your numbers?
No.
Okay. I'm glad we did this.
Yes.
Right.
So the skeletal...
And now we have a baseline. And then as we progress with your interventions, right? We're going to see these numbers training down.
Yes.
Hopefully, right?
Will this number go up at all? Yeah, the muscle mass.
Yes, because if you start working your muscles, they're going to grow and you're going to start, they grow in size and they're going to weigh more.
Yep. Yes.
So you're going to replace percentage of body fat with increased muscle mass.
Right.
That's what we want.
Yep. But I do still want to see a number change in the scale too. Sometimes when I hear, you're gaining muscles.
Exactly. Yeah, but muscle weight more than fat. But of course, you're going to lose a lot of fat.
Gotcha.
Okay, but
yes,
we're definitely going to lose weight.
Yeah, good.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Got to work on it. Now I would like to calculate your basal metabolic rate. And what is that? It's how much calories your body needs, your body burns actually for basic metabolic functions, just for breathing, for cell production, things like that. All right.
Yep.
So we're going to use your body weight. Let's see.
Will you round up to 170? I would imagine it's supposed to 169 something.
What do you mean? What is?
Are you going to round up to 170?
Yes. Right. So 54 is your age, 5'1", 170 or 169.8. Right.
I give the 170. It'll look better when I lose weight.
Okay. And then we calculate. So basically, your body needs about 1,300 calories a day. It burns it at rest, right? Just for those basic metabolic functions that I talked about, breathing, cellular production, things like that. And you're sedentary, correct?
Pretty
You're
much.
not doing any exercise.
No, not regularly.
So basically, this is what you need right now without exercising. Okay. And why do I need this piece of information, right? Because now I'm going to use this, right, to tailor the dietary plan just for you.
Okay.
I'm going to use this to, estimate how much you need in order to lose some weight.
Right. Yeah.
All right. I think that's all we need to talk about. And before we proceed with your physical examination, I would like to show the video that I only have on the desk, the grading criteria, right, for these assignments. And I have all the paperwork the client brought to me, the client intake form, the 3-day diet diary, and also the blood work. All right, the results of the blood work. Now, no questions?
No,
we're good. So we can move on with the head to toe physical examination now. All right, so let's do it. I'm gonna sit right in front of you. You take your glasses off. So I'm gonna start with your hair. Okay. And let me first by saying that I noticed you take 2 medications. Okay, you take albuterol, which is a rescue inhaler for your asthma attacks.
Right.
And you take one to prevent asthma attacks from happening, which is the Symbicort.
Yes.
Symbicort has corticosteroid. Those 2 meds can cause nutritional deficiency. So I'm going to be looking at something like magnesium deficiency, zinc deficiency, vitamin C, essential fatty acids, things like that. All right. I don't want to bore you with so much.
Yeah, but I'm impressed that you could pick that up just by what
looking at your whole body. Right. We're going to pick up on things, and I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
All right. What about your hair? How is the texture of your hair? Is it drier? Is it thinning?
It's color treated.
Okay.
To me, it's color treated, but I'll let you know that whenever I go to my hairdresser, she's always saying how healthy and wonderful my hair is. Like, it feels so good. It
doesn't feel dry.
No.
Brittle.
Nope.
Is it thinning? Are you losing hair?
No.
So none of these suggest, so you're not, this doesn't suggest that probably you don't have vitamin A deficiency, you don't have protein deficiency, although I see some issues in your food log, they need to be addressed, like protein, healthy fats, we need to improve in those areas, but so far so good. All right. Any dandruff?
No.
Okay. So no zinc issue, no vitamin A issue, no biotin issue. All right. So moving. Okay. Let me see on the back of your neck here. Can you pull your hair up for me?
Oh, sure.
Okay. I don't see any cracking, any inflammation, no corkscrew hair, which would tell me you have a vitamin C deficiency, like your hair, like curls. And, and then it causes like some inflammation on the hair follicles, but nothing like that. Okay. Now, skin of your face. I see some acne here, but nothing major.
It's not acne. The dermatologist called it something else. It's like a pore that's, this is like a permanent thing. And then every now and then it collects and I will squeeze it out, but it's not. Really? Yeah, there's a name for it. I have one here. There's a cup. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
It's like a pore that got.
Okay. See a few wrinkles, maybe a little vitamin A, vitamin C deficiency, right? Your eyebrows have a nice texture. I don't see any hair loss on your brows, right? Usually when you have like loss of the lateral third of your brow means that you have a thyroid problem.
Oh, good.
I don't see that.
Good.
Right? Now going down towards your eyes, I don't see any puffiness, no dark circles around your eyes, which would tell me you have like an allergy problem, food allergy.
Yeah.
Right? Let me see. Get a little closer. Can you open your eyes for me? Yeah. Is it dry? Does it feel dry?
I do have dry eyes.
Okay, that could mean vitamin A. Okay, let me write that down.
Well, it has, my eye doctor said that I have pressure. Remember,
pressure.
Yeah. Well, when I first had an eye exam a couple of years ago for my first one, they noticed that I had hyperpressure, and they were worried about, God forbid, glaucoma, I believe it was. But then we checked it, and so I do get checked regularly for this, and I do have a drier eye.
All right. So let's think about vitamin A. Let's keep that in mind.
Does it look dry? That's what I was wondering.
No.
Okay.
No. I don't see any white frothiness, anything that we call embittered spots, and that would tell me you have a vitamin A problem or a zinc problem. Okay, but I don't see anything wrong with that.
Good.
Let me look at your cornea. I see a little white halo right on the top of your cornea. Can you just look down for me? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let me no look straight to me a little bit. Yeah. Maybe, yes. That could mean some cholesterol deposits in the vasculature of
In
your
your
eye.
eye. Ew.
Yeah,
That's
I
awful.
see it.
That doesn't
So
sound good.
not all around, it's just on the top, like on that
What does that mean?
upper cholesterol deposit, fat deposit.
So will that go away?
Yes.
Ew, that's all. I never need get fat in
Yeah.
your eye.
Interesting. Usually it goes all around your cornea,
Mm.
but I see it's only like, on the upper area of it.
On both?
Both. Both.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. That's okay. Thank you.
Now you're getting scared right now.
That's okay. That's okay. Don't be scared. We'll address your cholesterol levels with diet and exercise.
Okay.
Yes. Just lifestyle changes will make a
Yes,
huge difference. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you pull your eyelid down for me, please? All right. It's perfect. It's pink. It doesn't mean that. So it means that you're not having any iron deficiency, any B12, B9 deficiency.
Good.
What else? Going down to, let me ask you something. Since we're talking about vitamin A, any night blindness? Are you okay driving at night?
Yes.
Does the light? Are you sensitive to light?
Not so much. No, not yet. Like I have friends that will say it, but still, it's not bothering me when I drive at night.
Okay, so no problem. So going down towards your nose, I don't see any cracking on the sides of your nose. Going to your mouth looks pretty hydrated. No lesions on the sides, no dryness on the sides. That could mean you have like B vitamin issues.
Yeah.
B2, B3, B6. Nothing's happening there. Did you get any cold sores?
No.
Okay, that would be in folic acid. Any herpes? All right. No, never. All right. Can I look inside your mouth? And I'm going to use this light, okay?
Sure.
No lesions, erosions. Teeth look very healthy. Your gums look healthy and pink. Your tongue has some coating, white coating. What does that mean?
What does it mean?
Be some overgrowth, bacterial overgrowth in your mouth. Yes.
Oh, well, I have that steroid inhaler.
Exactly.
And I know that you have to rinse your mouth out a lot with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the point I was going to make. When you how long have you been taking this?
A while. And once I did have a yeast infection in my mouth from the medicine, and I had to take that awful medicine to get rid of it. You have to switch your mouth and then swallow it. Oh. Yeah. So
it's important to know this information because the corticosteroid damages the lining of your digestive system, so your intestines and anywhere in your digestive system. So basically, it damages, and then you're more prone to
now and drink.
So you see like overgrowth of bacteria, and it changes, and then you're gonna see like this bacteria penetrating into your body and causing like some muscle aches, food sensitivity issues,
stomach bloating.
You have bloating.
Yeah. So it could be the root of this nasty inhaler I'm taking. Could be something.
It could be. Right. And once you change the integrity of your gastrointestinal lining, you become more prone to food sensitivities. And yes, and food sensitivities, also lead to this overgrowth of bacteria, fungi, all different kinds of microorganisms start overgrowing in your gut. So there are certain supplements we can take to address that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
It's eye-opening, because if you feel okay, you're like, oh, I'm good, exactly. Keep moving forward. But lately I have been feeling achy and bloated after I eat, like after dinner, so uncomfortable. Like we're just like, oh.
And then, and once your intestine lining is damaged, you're going to decrease absorption of a lot of vitamins and minerals because you're absorbed from your small intestine, most of them, right? So then you're gonna absorb less, and then you're gonna have more inflammation in your body. So it becomes like a vicious cycle, right? You try to take some medicine to stop inflammation on your airways, and then you create other issues. I'm not telling you have to stop taking your meds, but we have to address these like nutritional imbalances you're probably having because you're taking all of those drugs.
Yeah.
And the issue also with the overgrowth of this microorganisms. All right, we need to work on that too.
Yeah,
because that can cause also a lot of inflammation. No. What else? So where was I? So
We're looking at the tongue.
okay, so the white coating. I didn't see any fissuring of your tongue. No, I didn't see anything, which would tell me like you have a niacin problem, which are all B vitamins.
It's just like cracks and things.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of my aunt.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing like that. Just
Good.
the coating is like moderate.
Yeah.
I don't see like the papilla on the back of your tongue, so there's more coating on the back of your tongue.
Okay.
Any changes in taste and smell recently?
Well, now that you mention it, when I was making my soup for Thanksgiving, I make a chicken broth and I make a beef broth. And I kept tasting, going, I don't taste it. It doesn't taste anything. And I had my daughter taste it. She goes, no, I taste it. Okay. That was the one thing I did notice. It didn't taste enough of the chicken or the beef.
Any nasal congestion?
No.
All right. So that could mean that you're having more an allergic reaction to anything in your environment. It could even mean like food sensitivity.
But generally, when I'm eating, I taste the food. It's not like,
Because if there's any changes in smell, taste, it could tell me that you have a zinc problem, right?
Yeah.
Let me look at your nails since we're talking about zinc. Sure. I don't see any white spots. Would tell me that you have a zinc problem or selenium. And zinc can be a major thing with people with asthma. Usually they have zinc deficiency and B6, but you don't have so far any like physical marks of these nutritional deficiencies.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else? Your neck. Let me put your head back. Yes, I'm looking at your thyroid. I don't see any swelling that could tell me you have iodine deficiency that could cause a thyroid problem. Can I see your back of your head, your hand? I see a little dryness. Could be essential fatty acid deficiency, vitamin A, vitamin C. All right, zinc. Okay, I see your nails are pink, no pale. There's no iron B12, B9 deficiency. All right, no hair loss on your arms, your legs. That you've noticed? No?
Yeah, it's gotten less. Like I don't have to shave as often. Like as a teenager, I always felt like I had hairy arms. But now, no.
Talk to me about your muscle pain. I remember you mentioned you have muscle aches, joint aches.
Yes, like through the years, these past few years, I was diagnosed with like tennis elbow. And then I went to the doctor a few years ago because through the years I would have intermittent pain with shoulders. And like at one point, it would be hard to put on the bra, that kind of a thing. And they would jump from one shoulder to the other. I'm talking through a few years. Recently, about 2 years ago, I went to a shoulder doctor and they looked at it, did the x-ray, and was like, oh yeah, and he said it was just a common thing or maybe a calcium deposit.
Okay.
And you may need surgery in a few years. But this summer, sitting in the car for a passenger side, I couldn't even reach to change the radio station with this arm. That's how much, and I was like lifting it like this for the agony of the shoulder. And that day, this one hurt like on an 8, 1 to 10 pain level. And this one was hurting around a 3. And then it switched and this one started to feel better. And then this one was agony. And it took like months before that 8 pain went to like even a 2, like, when you're aware of your body. Yeah. Normally when you're a healthy person, you don't know you have an elbow. It's just there. Pains, yes. Right.
Yeah.
But when you feel the pain there, you're like, oh, it's my shoulder. Now just random things like that. Okay. It hurts. Yeah.
Yeah. What I think here is that it might be that you have a vitamin D problem. I don't know. I don't. The doctors usually don't ask for this kind of assessment.
Yeah.
I think it's very important because we live in the Northeast. We don't get a lot of sun exposure. It's worth checking it out before I recommend you a supplement. There might be a link between vitamin D and your muscle aches and pains. It could be your vitamin A again, right? Your vitamin A deficiency. There's some indications you have vitamin A deficiencies. So maybe I can work with your doctor and write a note. And next time you go see him, which I think it's going to be in January, right, for your next checkup.
Yeah, Dr.
And
Brown.
maybe he can ask to check your. We can ask for him to check your vitamin D levels. Do you agree with that?
Sure, whatever.
Right?
Yes. And when I think of vitamin D, I think of milk.
He doesn't have a lot of vitamin D milk.
Yeah, and milk is.
Let me check your pupils, see if they react to light. Yep. Perfect. So there's no milk allergy there.
Okay.
Right? Yes.
I didn't know that.
That's pretty cool, right?
Oh, so that's good. So I'm not allergic to it. I'm not lactose.
That's just one.
Yeah.
Data, right?
And I don't
we
really
don't know
think
for
it is.
Sure.
I just think in general, I've been making bad choices in food.
Okay.
Overall, I think that's my problems. I don't personally, because I know what I'm putting in my body and I know what I'm not putting in it.
Yeah, muscle aches and pains also tell me that maybe your intake of like those inflammatory oils from your diet, you need more omega-3 fatty acids.
Yeah.
Like more cold water fish, like Fatty fish has a lot of
What's
omega
cold water
3.
fish?
Salmon.
Okay. So I'm more of a white fish, like cod, haddock,
Okay,
and
all
things
right.
like that.
That has good omega-3 fatty
Okay.
acids.
Mm-hmm.
Seeds have omega-3 fatty acids. Nuts have a lot of omega-3. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll go through that
Yeah.
list, of things you can eat to decrease inflammation in your body. And I
Mm-hmm.
know this is a major issue for most people who suffer from chronic conditions
Mm.
like you,
Mm-hmm.
like have sugar problems, cholesterol problems, usually have like this inflammation
Mm-hmm.
component. So once we resolve the issue with like excessive fat,
Mm-hmm.
right, and address this nutritional imbalances and the overgrowth of bacteria, you start seeing improvements on the
Mm-hmm.
scale. There's no more muscle pain, no more
Yeah.
muscle aches,
Because
no
I was
more
just
joint
chalking it up to
pain.
my age, but I would say to Kurt, my husband, Kurt, you don't hurt in the morning. Like I feel like I'm walking like an old lady in the morning. So
You see, you're gonna feel more energetic.
yes,
Diet changes a lot.
yes,
The
but
way
I just
we
thought it was
feel.
weight. I mean, I thought it was age.
Not necessarily. So what about your circulation of your legs? Do you see any swelling of your ankles? I don't see anything.
No, but here's a random thing I've noticed these past couple of weeks. Nothing's bothering me during the day or anything. But then if I go to sit down and I put my legs up and I'm watching TV, talk about like when I say you have a part of the body because it's acting weird, I feel like a weird thing around here. I don't know if it's a vascular thing because it's going across. Or it's not a pulsing, but it hurts a little.
Is it numb? Is it?
No, I can't describe it. Like,
is it hypersensitive?
Yeah, because that's another thing. Because sometimes my skin feels hypersensitive. Because skin shouldn't hurt when you touch it.
Okay.
And so, like, if I go, if it's in this area, like here, that I would. It's not all the time, but sometimes I'll just go to touch and like my skin hurts. How can your skin hurt?
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, enough where that it would bother me. And I'm like, I got to talk to my doctor about that. Like, my skin is sensitive sometimes right there.
But there's no pins and needles on hands or feet that would make me like suspect of B vitamin.
Yeah, sometimes I wake up with tingly fingers a little bit.
You do?
Yeah.
It goes away?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it's too much inflammation in your body?
Yeah, I don't know. We got to
get all under control. Fix the essential fatty acids, start eating more of that.
Yeah.
Omega-3s, more foods with vitamin A and zinc.
Yeah. And it hasn't happened recently, but sometimes I definitely would wake up with like a numb finger or a tingly, and then it'll go away. Yeah.
So it makes me believe that maybe you have a B12, B9 deficiency, right? Maybe it's worth checking your B12 levels with your doctor next time too. Okay.
Then we'll write all this down in a separate. Like,
no, don't worry. I'll write it down. We're going to discuss this next session. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything? Oh, let me ask you about your bowel movements. I see something that there's some changes in consistency, in regularity.
I go to the bathroom a lot in the morning too.
Like, how many times?
Sometimes like 8 times in the morning from when I wake up. I swear to God, it's like my stomach hurts and I go and it's not normal looking.
So is it diarrhea? Is it loose?
It's loose.
It watery?
No, it's
just loose. It
loose,
doesn't
but
have
not watery.
Consistency.
It does. It's not watery. It's not solid.
More soft than
soft.
Hard.
Soft and hard. Yeah, but a lot. Like even this morning, I was like, "Oh my God!" Again.
Okay. So that could mean that you have an inflammation in your gut, as I suspected, because you have been taking this corticosteroid for many, many years. I assume, right? So that changes the integrity of your intestines.
That would make
sense. Damages and bacteria start growing. You don't absorb nutrients properly, and then you start having issues like dry eyes. Does it have like an odor? Is it strong? The odor, it's
not so much. No.
Do you see fat floating?
Sometimes, but that's again what I'm putting in my body, so not all the time. No, not at all.
Could
more or
mean
less.
That you have a fat absorption. Could mean because you have issues with your, digestive it's damaged. So we need to fix that. We need to address that with supplements.
And I don't drink it. But what about that kombucha? Whatever that stuff is that they say is for a healthy gut. I don't know.
It's good. It has probiotic, but let's think, outside that box.
Yeah.
All right, for a second. There's other things we can do.
Yeah.
We can definitely discuss in 2 weeks. All
right. And they do say to drink the Myers. What is it? The cider vinegar.
Okay.
I don't do any of that. So
I don't know if that's going to help you.
I need more.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for me? I think I am all set with this examination. I would like to see you in 2 weeks.
Sure.
All right. So I can put all these pieces of the puzzle together and write a report. I'm going to make some suggestions that we can address in the short term and in the long term.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about all these things next time I see you.
Yeah.
Does it sound okay?
Sounds very good. Yes.
All right. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you for
see
taking the
soon.
time to help me.
Sure. And I'll see you soon.
Thank you.